Hi, everybody. You might see that Miss Carol looks a little different today. April Fool. I'm dressed as a kitty cat. Uh, April Fools can be really fun. They don't have to be mean pranks or hurtful things, but they can be a fun joke. And I thought it would be fun if I read the book like a kitty cat. And speaking of kitty cats, my kitty cat might be walking through at any moment, and her name is Princess Nala. Now, Miss Karen and it was Miss Karen's idea to talk about making lists in our activities. No, thank you. I don't need that right now. But this is a book, If I Built a House, by Chris Van Dusen. The reason I chose this book is if you build a house, number one, you've got to have a plan. Number two, I'm sure the plan consists of a lot of lists. So I hope you enjoy this book. I absolutely adore it. Let me show you one of my favorite things about this book is the beautiful, beautiful end pages. And they look like the plans that Jack has for this house. So let's find out, my two-day friends, and anybody that is listening. I welcome you. Jack in the backyard said to his mother, "This house is okay, but it's like any other. It's boxy and boring and basically bland. It's nothing at all like the house I have planned." He looks very thoughtful there, doesn't he? "My house will be different. It can't be the norm. I'll think about traffic flow, function, and form. Oh, it may include shapes like a tower or dome, but I'll focus on what makes a building a home. It's the rooms on the inside that make it unique. So step through the door and let's take a peek." We'll start with the basics right off the bat. Check out my all-in-one kitchen. Oh, Matt, I would love that. You don't have to cook and you don't have to clean. It's done by a space-age robotic machine. It makes all the meals and the food is delish. Then it washes and puts away every last dish. Now I'm sold. I would love a house like that. The living room's next. It's fun. Come on in. The chairs and the table and sofa all spin, and trampolines lead to a giant ball pit. It's a pretty neat room, you have to admit. It is, isn't it? Now, look in the bathroom. No shower, no tub. Instead, take a ride on my scrub-a-dub-dub. Just step on the belt and it washes you clean. Even the places that you've never seen. This is the one that my granddaughter Evie and this is our favorite page because there are places you can't see when you're washing. And here is my bedroom, way up in the sky, on top of a tower 200 feet high. With glass all around, just check out the view. A bed in the tower. Now that's something new. Oh, I would love that. Oh, love it. The rooms we walked through just moments before are the kinds that you'll find in any decor. But if you built a house, I'd add a few more. So hop on the slide. It's time to explore. He's so clever. I love this room. You know how I constantly like to create? Well, this is my art room. Isn't it great? You draw on the wall. Don't worry, it's cool. Hung way up high on a big giant spool is a huge roll of paper that hangs to the floor. Just draw till you're done, then pull down some more. I love that idea. You think Mrs. Cherney at the conservatory would let Miss Carol do that on the walls? I'm not sure, but I'd love it. Next comes my flying room. See how it's tall? It's empty except for a switch on the wall. Just turn off the switch and you'll float off the ground. Then flap like a bird and fly all around. Isn't it nice to be up in the air? A room without gravity? That's pretty rare. Sure is. This is my racetrack room. Step right inside. It's less like a room and more like a ride. It features a racetrack that loops all around with super fast go-karts that don't make a sound. You fly and you flip and you zip and you zoom. You have to admit, it's a wonderful room. A room filled with water. Now, that's something new, but if I built a house, that's just what I'd do. This is my fish tank room. Ain't it a sight? Don't worry, they're friendly. The critters won't bite. Just strap on the air mask to swim with the fishes. Now, this is a room that every kid wishes. Well, I would love it because I love swimming. I would swim in my bathtub if it was big enough. Of course, I've been saving the best room for last, and literally speaking, this room is a blast. So welcome, sit down. I'll seal up the hatches. This plexiglass playroom completely detaches. You fly it around. Why, it even has jets. For me, this room is as good as it gets. My house will be nifty, my house will be neat. My house will stand out as the best on the street. Daringly bold, yet exquisitely fine. A must-see example of modern design. My house will be hailed as refreshingly new. If I built a house, that's just what I do. And you know one of the things, boys and girls, that I really love about this book? Do you know what those two big words at the back say? One begins with the uppercase T and one begins with the lowercase b. It says, think big. Because if you don't think big, how are you ever going to do something that is inside of you that wants to get out creatively? If you don't think big, you won't have any imagination at all. So I want you to think about thinking big and find some fun things around the house to play with. Oh my gosh, tomorrow with our Zoom meeting, we have it at 10 o'clock and the link has been sent to you by Miss Rachel. Tomorrow we're going to do show and tell. So bring something to show and to tell and wait till you see what Miss Evie and I bring. I think you're going to be really excited. And it was made out of boxes. Imagine that. I don't know about your house. My house is loaded with boxes because we are getting things delivered to our house. We're not going out. Very rarely. We go out to get gas for our cars, but that's about it. The kitty goes out in the backyard, but she's used to that. So remember, my dear friends, how much I love you and all the teachers love you, and we miss you like crazy. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow at our Zoom meeting at 10 o'clock. And remember, I know, here we go. You have to be a friend to make a friend. Hands are for helping, not for hurting. And sharing is caring. Together, we're better. And I found something else fun, that what you can do is send something to a friend. Maybe if you have stamps, your parents have stamps around the house, make a beautiful picture and send it to somebody that you haven't seen in a while. And you can walk to the post box. There's usually a post box in most neighborhoods, so you don't really have to go to the post office. Or you can put it in your mailbox and stick it out with the stamp. And your beautiful mailman and mailwoman will pick it up for you and take it. So that's a great way. I know Evie and I this afternoon are going to be making some cards for people. So I love you and have a great April Fool's Day. Bye, everyone.